Welcome back to Canada Immigration, where we break down the real stories behind global headlines. Today, we're diving into a topic that's flying under the radar: Canada's hidden immigration crackdown 2025, Canada's deportation lie. You've heard the narrative: Canada as the welcoming neighbor amid US turmoil. But new policies are painting a different picture, potentially putting millions of temporary residents, asylum seekers, and families at risk of deportation. Is this the end of the deportation lie? Stick around as we unpack the facts, backed by official sources. And yes, we'll cover the latest September updates. Hit that like button if you're ready for the truth, and subscribe for more unbiased breakdowns. The deportation lie. Timeline of Canada's immigration shifts from 2023 to 2025. Let's start with the basics. For years, Canada has prided itself on progressive immigration, welcoming over 1 million temporary workers, students, and visitors annually. But in 2025, amid pressure from the US under President Trump's renewed border enforcement, things shifted. A surge of asylum seekers fled north from US raids, with claims jumping 263% at the New York-Quebec border since July. This Trump effect pushed Canada to act, leading to what critics call a hidden crackdown. The lie? Official stats show deportations hovering around 10,000 to 15,000 yearly, but experts argue this undercounts the real threat: mass policy changes targeting temporary residents, who make up 7.3% of Canada's population, about 2.8 million people. The government aims to slash this to 5% over 3 years, expiring over 3,000 permits daily. That's not just numbers, it's families, workers, and students facing uncertainty. Key policies behind the crackdown. At the heart is Bill C-2, the Strong Borders Act, introduced by Prime Minister Mark Carney in June 2025. This 127-page legislation is framed as a border security boost against fentanyl and organized crime, but it sparked outrage for its refugee impacts. Here's what it means. 1-year refugee claim bar. Anyone in Canada over a year can't apply for asylum even if their home country erupts in conflict later. It's retroactive to June 2020, affecting tens of thousands who've built lives here. Tightened entry rules: asylum seekers crossing irregularly must apply within 14 days, or they're out. The bill expands the Safe Third Country Agreement, forcing many back to the US. Mass document cancellations. The immigration minister gains power to revoke statuses en masse, no individual hearings needed. This could hit work permits, study visas, and PR applications in bulk. Critics like the Migrant Rights Network call it a mass deportation machine, eroding privacy by sharing migrant data across governments, exposing workers who report labor abuses to deportation risks. Amnesty International echoes this, warning of human rights breaches. And it's not just refugees. Recent IRCC data shows processing times ballooning: startup visas at 53 months, federal self-employed at 61. Over 2 million applications sit in queues as of late September, delaying dreams for skilled migrants. Millions at risk, real impacts. Who's affected? Millions. Temporary residents, many from India, China, and the Philippines, face expiring permits without extensions. In the first half of 2025, Canada admitted 207,650 permanent residents, down from prior years, signaling a deliberate slowdown. Families could be torn apart, students mid-degree might self-deport. One example: undocumented workers in construction or care sectors now hesitate to claim rights, fearing data sharing leads to raids. With 57,440 asylum claims in early 2025 alone, the system is strained, on track for record pressure despite the welcoming image. New updates: September 2025 shifts. As of mid-September, a surprising twist: Canada's asylum claims dropped nearly 40% in the first 6 months of 2025 compared to 2024. Why? Trump's aggressive US crackdowns, including revoked statuses for 800,000+, are deterring crossings before they reach Canada. But don't celebrate yet. IRCC just ran 3 express entry draws targeting French speakers and healthcare pros, while mail disruptions at the Immigration and Refugee Board, starting September 26, could delay claims further. And with 246,300 new PRs welcomed Jan-July, Canada might exceed targets, but at the cost of stricter vetting. This video shows the crackdown evolving, not easing. Conclusion and call to action. So, the deportation lie exposed. Canada's balancing security with humanity, but at what price? Millions hang in the balance. Let's advocate for fair reforms. What do you think? Share in the comments below, respectfully. Drop a like if this opened your eyes, subscribe for weekly global updates, and check the description for all sources. Thanks for watching. See you next time.